When I was growing up, Pair of Kings was automatic. I mean, you had Mitchel Musso, who at the time was been on Life is Rough, which is OG Disney DCOM. Kyle Massey from That's So Raven, Kay Panabaker from Read It and Weep. Real ones know about that Read It and Weep. Let me know in the comments if y'all want me to do a video on that. But you know, Mitchel Musso, he had been on Monster House, one of my favorite Halloween movies of all time. And he had been on Hatchet Pete. Like, he had did, hey, I'm screaming at you, hey, don't care enough to, hey, I'm screaming at you, hey, don't care enough to. Like, Mitchel Musso was that nigga. So, and then Doc Shaw came from Tyler Perry, House of Pain. So you already know niggas was finna watch Pair of Kings automatically. And he was also on Sweet Life too. So these two parents, you know, when they came together, it was hype, you know, at the time. 10-year-old me, you know, definitely heavily invested. That was the perfect demographic, you know, especially Mitchel Musso and Doc Shaw's chemistry, undebatable. You know what I'm saying? And that theme song literally goated. Best Disney theme song. You're in the building, so people come put your hands up. Probably top 3 at least all time. So Pair of Kings was about these like two lackluster teenage boys from Chicago. They're like at the bottom of the totem pole. They get bullied, picked on, they're losers, cowards, whatever you want to call it. And then they learn one day when Mason, one of the royal advisors, come through to their high schools and tell them that they're heirs to the throne of an island called King Cow. That's pretty much how the story goes. They go to King Cow. We meet the characters, Michaela, Mason's daughter, who Brady consistently harasses throughout the show. You know, Michaela is steady rejecting his advances. When I was a kid, I thought it was pretty funny, you know, the way Brady would get turned down constantly. But looking back on it, it's uncomfortable, it's unsettling, and it's pretty fucking annoying. And then we got Lanny, cousin Lanny, kind of like the Megan to their Drake and Josh. He's trying to dethrone them, get rid of them so that he can be the king, because he was supposed to be next in line. But obviously that didn't happen because Brady and Boomer become kings of the island. A Pair of Kings was like one of the first live action sitcoms to come out on Disney XD. Disney XD was kind of a response to Disney Channel because Disney Channel was more catered towards female audiences. So Disney XD was kind of like basically Disney Channel with skateboards. It was for the boys, you feel me? It's definitely tough, and it was like Pair of Kings was just the perfect viewing for that demographic, the 6 to 12 ages, because, you know, imagine being able to being kings of your own island with your homeboy. The reason why the show was so popular because Mitchel Musso and Doc Shaw, their chemistry, the way they bounced off each other, it was goated, you feel me? And Mitchel Musso was really, really huge at the time. Like, he was on a ball, you feel me? It's really messed up that he played with his bag. My dude played with his bag. Mitchel Musso was in 2 seasons of Pair of Kings. That season 2 finale, it was episode was about the evil king. It was about how, you know, there was a prophecy that one of the kings would turn heel. Brady got caught up under a spell, and in order to get out of the spell, Michaela had to kiss him. And it was just a whole ordeal. It's just kind of crazy how Mitchel Musso ended up being the king to leave. Or he ended up being the actor to leave Pair of Kings, and they had a whole arc about him being evil. It just kind of felt like the show was gearing towards being against Mitchel Musso. I just remember that growing up. What sucked about it too was that Brady and Michaela were starting to get together. You feel me? Like, if you remember, if Mitchel Musso had stayed on the show, Brady and Michaela would have definitely developed that relationship. It was tough seeing Mitchel Musso leave right when things were about to get juicy, right when they were about to get spicy. Like, what? Heated. You feel me? So when season 3 comes around, I was confused. I was confused because my dude Adam Hicks, you know, Adam Hicks from Lemonade Mouth, Zeke and Luther, you know, he's official. He's stamped in the Disney world. He came through. I'm like, what the hell? Where the hell is Brady? Where the hell is Mitchel Musso? I was heated. What had happened was Mitchel Musso got a DUI. What was the real stinker was that he was underage. Got caught drinking underage, got DUI. And right when that happened, Disney let his ass go. They fired him. My man's literally fumbled so many bags, bro. He was on Hannah Montana. I think he wasn't on Hannah Montana, but he was still in a couple episodes of the last season of the current character. He was on Phineas and Ferb. He had Prank Stars. You feel me? Like, Mitchel Musso was like above Jonas Brothers. He was above Zach and Cody. Like, he was the nigga of Disney. You feel me? And to literally one mistake just squandered all his efforts. It was sad. I was heated, bro. It was crazy about Disney Disney let him go. But they were still airing his episodes. It happened around October. The last season the last season he was on, season 2, had gone all the way to 2012. So if they didn't want to use his likeness because of the DUI he got, why you still allowing him to be on Hannah Montana? Why you still allowing him to be on to roll out that pair of kings? Because of the dough, right? If that's the case, if you want to fire him because he got the DUI, I mean, why don't you just stop airing the episodes that he was on? Because even though he had those legal troubles, Disney Channel was still using his voice in Phineas and Ferb. He was still in Phineas and Ferb, and I guess because they didn't see his face, that it was still appropriate. It was still allowed for him to work on Disney. I just think that was it was a little too radical, but at the same time, I get it. You got to face the consequences of your actions, and it's never okay to drink and drive and put other people's lives in danger. But maybe we could approach. I feel like maybe we could approach the situation a little different. You feel me? When season 3 came through, I was like, what the hell? I was conflicted, and I wasn't on board. Nobody was on board. I know if y'all was watching Pair of Kings at the time and y'all seen Adam Hicks come through and Mitchel Musso get written out, I know y'all was as heated as I was. Because like they were saying, the way that they wrote it in the story, in the show when the season 3 premiered, they were saying that Brady had left the island because Michaela said he wasn't mature enough to be king, and as long as he stays king, he's not going to ever grow up. And that's why he decided to leave the island, which doesn't make any sense because the amount of stuff that Michaela dissed on Brady as the reason why he decided he wanted to leave. And then in season 3, Boomer was trying to get Brady to come back. It was a scene where Boomer is talking to Brady's lingering aura or something. He was talking to this ape who's supposed to represent Brady. This dude was like, if you want to go, go. I won't hold you back. Go! Go!
You hear me, Brady? I'm letting you go. So go on. Go. Go! Go!
I remember watching that. I'm like, okay, so I was very intuitive as a kid. I was very invested in television and sitcoms. And obviously, what this is saying is, Mitchel Musso, how could you get a DUI and hurt our viewership by putting us in a position to fire you and being irresponsible? So now you put a bad image on our business. I just didn't like the energy that Pair of Kings had on Mitchel Musso in that last season. He was like Voldemort. He was like the name that should not be mentioned. Because he got a DUI. He made a mistake, and I don't think Disney should have fired him for it. I think they should have canceled the show once he left because there was no show. You know, shout out to Adam Hicks. No discrepancies towards him, but once he came through, I feel like he just got this necessary, unwarranted hate, even though he did a really good job. Like if he had come on as and they all 3 worked together, Mitchel Musso, Doc Shaw, and Adam Hicks, the show would have been better. But to be a replacement, that's when the fans just felt betrayed. And it's funny too, because Adam Hicks ended up doing, after the show, he ended up doing worse legal stuff. This dude got put in prison for 4 years for armed robbery. So he ended up doing worse shit than Mitchel Musso. I don't know this Pair of Kings got, what type of aura they got. They getting they main stars locked up. I was really upset when Mitchel Musso got fired, you feel me? Because I feel like Mitchel Musso and Doc Shaw's chemistry was just OD, and show was not the same after. I was hoping Mitchel Musso was gonna at least show up as just a cameo in the last episode. And I literally watched just the first episode of season 3 and the last episode of season 3. Mitchel Musso never showed up, and I was like, damn, y'all really just gonna basically put that hate towards him, basically make it seem like they made him the evil king in the last season. They made him turn his back on his island in the season 3 premiere and abandon everyone that was counting on him. They kept dissing him throughout the season. This dude literally made y'all go up, and y'all just dropped him like a bad habit. Messed up, man. I don't condone drinking and driving, but all I'm just gonna say is that at least maybe instead of firing him, maybe a rehabilitation system, maybe something to kind of address what he did, get him some help, kind of figure out a way to build a system around him to just make him better. Because child stars, they aren't protected. You feel me? When I was growing up, man, I didn't even know about the DUI until he got fired. So it was kind of just abrupt. It hurt the show immensely. I was hurt. Yeah, let me know too in the comments if y'all was messing with the Pair of Kings heavy, how that impacted you. There was also this like Ryan Ochoa, who played Lanny, came out with like this short film, basically reunion like Pair of Kings like 10 years later. Kind of like it was like a sinister vibe, like a more serious vibe. And Mitchel Musso, I think he was in it. It sounded like he was in it. It sounded like it was supposed to be like something he was gonna take seriously, and then they like it never caught wind. I didn't even know about it until I did the research for this video. So obviously, you know, there's a huge following for Pair of Kings. And it just sucked the way how things played out. They should have canceled that shit after season 2. That's the last episode of season 2. That's the finale. That's the series finale. There is no season 3, literally, without Mitchel Musso. There's no Pair Kings. But thank you guys for tuning into my video. If you guys enjoyed that, please guys make sure you like and subscribe. Comment. Let me know in the comment section down below any other shows, movies, or like anything you guys want to talk about. I've been thinking about doing I think I'm gonna do Brink 17 again. Maybe I was thinking about doing Jump In. You feel me? Help your boy out. Let me know what y'all want me to talk about. Feel me? Thank you guys so much. I love and appreciate each and every one of you guys. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Love.